Hey, welcome back, guys. And today we finally have the second part of the Forge Your Epic Gear. Now, Season 2 is going to feature a right side piece of gear, and you'll actually be able to choose the piece, the set, the main stat, and the substats. And as you guys earn points from doing your daily reputation rewards, using energy, or even doing weekly reputation rewards, which will be your main source of your points, you'll be able to use these points to actually allocate into stats and upgrade them up to a max of 3 times per stat and a maximum total altogether of 5 times, because like any other piece of gear, you can actually get your substats upgraded 5 times. And if you ever get unhappy with what you choose, you can actually reset. So let's do the reset here and let's actually talk about what you guys should actually be going for. So you can choose from any set in the game. What I recommend for the majority of players, if you guys have different goals in mind that you have, then you can ignore my advice and choose what you want. But for the majority of players, I would recommend the penetration set because it is very good on bruisers and damage dealers alike. While speed set, although it is used on almost every single unit or can be used on every single unit, this set is a lot easier to farm because it's from Wyvern, whereas penetration from Katie's is going to be a lot harder for you guys to actually farm. And by choosing another piece, you can use this with the Hellraid necklace, which will give you instantly a 2 set of penetration for whatever bruiser of your choosing. Now, if you guys are looking for more immunity gear or counter gear, lifesteal gear, or something like that, and you're okay with your penetration gear, or you have a Katie's team already, you can go for whatever you need. I know a lot of people are going for counter pieces for this event because of ML Landy being released and her being very good on counter. So if that's the case, you can ignore this advice, but I would recommend penetration for the majority of players because it is going to be the most used for PvP and it is going to be the most flexible. Now for the piece, I'm going to personally recommend the boots or the ring. Now the necklace you don't really need because you do get a penetration necklace from Raid from the shop eventually. For me personally, I am lacking more boots than I am of rings, so I'm going to go for boots. If you guys want to go for rings though, it's really up to you. It's on how your pieces actually roll. For the most part though, I do think for my account, I think boots will be better. Now for your main stat, if you're going for the ring, you're going to want HP percent or attack percent. So if you're going for the ring, health percent or attack percent is going to be the best. Attack percent obviously for damage dealers like Spectre Tenebria, Landy, and stuff like that. Health percentage for units like APOC Ravi and just any HP scaling bruiser like Alencia as well. For me, since I'm doing boots, 95% of the time, even on penetration set, you're going to want speed, so I'll go for speed here. So now talking for the substats, guys, if you do choose the boots here, I will recommend going for HP percent, critical hit percent, and critical hit damage. These stats will be good on pretty much bruisers and damage dealers alike. If you're going to use this boot on like a cleaving unit, you can drop the HP percent for like attack percent even, and then even go for flat attack and just not roll into the flat attack. But generally, I think this combination, you can even substitute attack percent for defense percent if you want to use this on a pure bruiser, will be the best combination overall. For the ring, all you have to do is swap the speed here with attack percent or even HP percent, right? And because you're using that in your main stat, and it's really up to you, just keep in mind, I think the best combination of the stats and the substats are going to be speed, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, attack percent, health percent, and then you can always remove attack percent for defense percent. It's really up to you and how you want to use that piece of gear. But yeah, definitely recommend getting the penetration set, ring, or boots, and the substats, make sure you just don't get anything flat and try to stay away from effectiveness and effect resist, and you should be good to go because those substats are a little bit more niche and specific to certain units, whereas if you go for these percentage-based substats that are attack, defense, health, or crit related, it will be way more useful in the long run. So yeah, I'm going to confirm this piece. Keep in mind, you can keep resetting it for free. You just have to keep in mind that if you do reset it, you have to repay the points to upgrade your pieces. And eventually, as you start farming your points, you can upgrade these stats. So you can go maximum of 3 times into one stat. And after you get to the last upgrade, which is the 5th upgrade, which means that you'll upgrade a substat 3 times most likely, and then another substat twice, or you can spread it evenly. It's up to you. Your piece will be complete. Now, I definitely recommend putting 3 into one of the substats and then 2 into another, because usually pieces in PvP that are more heavily rolled into one substat will be better than a piece that is spread more evenly, because usually pieces that are heavily rolled will be used on more units. So yeah, for my boots here, I personally will like to go for the critical hit damage actually and the HP percent because I'm looking for bruiser pieces. And the reason why I don't really like critical hit chance is because if I run a critical hit chance necklace, it will be better for just gear score and just like flat substat worth. So that's why I'm going to try to stay away from the critical hit chance and go for the critical hit damage and also for the HP percent. And as you guys can see, as you roll it, you're going to see you can roll it once per day. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing this as much as you can. And the points you are going to see that you can only get, from doing the reputation and from using a lot of energy. So you can see I can roll this again or upgrade it again in 23 hours, which is going to be the next reset. So you want to make sure you definitely are doing this every day so you can get your piece as soon as possible. Hope this video helped you guys out, guys. And as always, if it did, consider leaving a like and also subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And I'll see you guys next time.